Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to today's reading on why they are so jealous of you. And I'm just going to say that, like, some of the messages that were coming through today were, how green, I kept hearing green, 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 green with envy. So these people are very, very envious of you. I also heard they want what you have, but they're unwilling to do the work that you did to get it. They underestimate you. They underestimate how hard you work and how much you've struggled to have the things that you have. Um, and the thing is about it too is like they lack humility. They lack humility in the sense that you don't gatekeep information. You willingly share or are willing to share information with them, but they just lack the humility to ask. They like to pretend like they know everything. That they just lack humility. Anyways, so this video is about why they are so jealous of you. Like, what is it? Why the hate? Things like that. Okay, so 4 groups. Group 1, Garnet. Group 2, Botswana Agate. Group 3, Zebra Jasper. And for group 4, we have Cat's Eye. So go ahead and select your pile using your intuition, and I will see you in your reading. Okay, group 1. Who selected the Garnet? This is your reading on why the hate. Why are they so jealous of you? So, part of this has to do with how they feel about themselves, and the other part is it's almost like they see you as, having the opposite results that they get. So, for one, we have the Sun in reverse, we have the Six of Earth in reverse, we have the Page of Wands in reverse, Rage in reverse. So, this has to do with them, being very unhappy. With the Sun in reverse, I'm just seeing it as like barren land. Like I'm seeing, it's like they've planted seeds with the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. They've planted seeds. They feel like they've worked really hard. They've put in a lot of effort, a lot of blood, sweat, and tears. And they haven't had the support of, say, like something like the sun to help it grow. Like they're missing an element in what they're doing, and so it hasn't yielded any fruit. It hasn't yielded any harvest. And they've, everything, the energy, the effort that they've put into things, they feel like they haven't yielded a result from it. So one thing I will say too is like, because they do believe in hard work. However, now I'm thinking about the Eight of Pentacles, which has to do with like passion and liveliness and being, being very focused on what it is that you do, like having a connection, like this sense of like time flying by because you're in flow. I feel like the hard work and the effort that they put in is because it's because they feel like they're supposed to be working hard and things like that. It's not something that they're in flow with. It's not something that they're necessarily meant to be doing. It's almost like with this card, I'm getting this sense of like they have to work hard because they have to work hard. It's not because they feel the passion to do it. Or anything like that. And so it just feels like I just see someone dragging their feet through the mud, and it's like, or walking in quicksand. It just feels so hard and laborious for them to, with the effort that they have to put in. It feels very difficult because it's like, and then in the end, they're not yielding the results, right? And so for them, it's like, it's very discouraging with this Page of Wands. They feel like, and then they look at you and it's like, well, why is it that they're rising? Like, first of all, you've come a long way, right? So here we have rise, we have discipline, and we have abundance. So you've come a long way. I get the sense that you're manifesting, you're making changes, you're making progress. A lot of it does have to do with discipline and setting your mind. With this Garnet, it has to do with positive thinking. This is another reason why they're bothered by you. They feel like you're very a positive thinker, but you're also very. They see you as a little bit reckless in the sense that you don't think too much. You follow your heart here with opening heart, express yourself creatively, start something new. They see you as someone who follows their heart, someone who, but they put it in a way that's like, oh, well, they don't think about what they do. They just rush into things. But really, you're following your heart, and you're positive, and you're also very disciplined, and you're manifesting, right? You're manifesting abundance, and you're setting your mind, you're staying focused. You believe that you can accomplish what it is that you set your mind to, and then you go for it. And so for them, it's like, and then you are reaping the results with this rise. You are evolving. They feel like you're supported, very much supported, because I'm getting the sun, right? It's like whatever you do, I'm getting the Midas touch. It turns into gold. Like, and I'm also seeing these sunflowers, and it's like whatever you do, I'm seeing like right now, it's only a matter of time before it starts to sprout out. And it's like I'm seeing, how flowers will tilt towards the sun or tilt towards the light, and they grow towards the light. I feel like that's what they see, is like whatever you do, it starts to grow towards the light, and then that encourages to grow more and more and more and more. So it's, for them, it's bad news, okay? And that's why they're jealous, because they want to be the person who's evolving. They want to be the person who, it's almost, I'm getting a competitive energy here as well. And another thing too is that they're jealous of is your open heart, right? How well you connect with others, deep connections, water blessings. So when I see water blessings, I'm getting this feeling of like all the things that come with being in touch with your emotions. Perhaps this person is very mind focused, thinking focused. They believe in strategy. Like they're kind of, in some cases, emotionally unavailable. Like they don't rely on emotions to guide them. They don't follow their heart. Maybe their heart is closed off. Maybe they don't connect with people very well. They don't invest in people, in friendships. They don't see, like, it's almost like, what am I trying to say with this? Maybe they just struggle to make connections because they're very much in their mind all the time. And I think with the mind, I'm also feeling this sense of separation, because it's like the mind separates things. The mind can disconnect us from other people. The mind can make us judgmental of others, make us feel different. And I think that they experience a lot of this with people. Whereas with you, you're more loving, you're more accepting, you're less judgmental, you are open to others, and that yields you positive results with other people. People seem to love you. Here with Hathor and Soul Family, I feel like this person feels like they don't have those types of close connections, and they struggle with that. Whereas for you, it comes more naturally and comes more easily. Express yourself creatively, start something new. They're also jealous of your creativity. They don't understand how it works. They see how it's evolved over time. They see that when you're in your element and creating, it brings you peace, it brings you joy, that you can stay disciplined. They're very jealous of your discipline as well. And the thing is, they don't see how much you've had to tame your mind as well and how hard you've had to clear out your heart from resentments. When you have an open heart, it's like there's a lot of purging that needs to take place. There's a lot of it's like they don't see how hard it is to have an open heart in a society where there's a lot of thinking involved. Like it's not easy. It's not easy. It takes a lot of discipline to continue to protect your heart, to purge your heart, to clear your heart. It's like I'm seeing a lot of maintenance work that needs to be done, and they don't see that. They just see you as being reckless. Even as an artist, like sometimes people perceive artists as sort of doing what they want, living this sort of unconventional life. And then they're like, well, why are they being rewarded? I'm doing everything right. I'm strategizing. I'm planning. They're just, you know, doing whatever and relying on positive thinking, and they're being supported, and for them, it's like, that bothers them. It makes them feel less of themselves in some way. It makes them feel discouraged in spirit. Their spirit feels discouraged. And they feel like they're wasting their time. They feel like they're not strong enough to manifest. And there's a lot of underlying rage that's within them as well. And I think a big part of that has to do with the fact that they're judgmental, honestly. Like that's what I'm getting. They're very judgmental, and they feel like they've done everything right. They've done everything right. They've lived a right life. And it's like, well, why isn't this working? Um, so yeah. So I mean, that is why they are jealous of you, because you are very positive, and you accomplish the things that you set your mind to do, and that you actually finish things. They have a hard time with this 9. I'm seeing is completion. They have a hard time completing things, so that they actually get to elevate and rise and move to the next level, like, level up, so to speak. And whereas they're stuck, investing their time, their effort, and energy into things that their heart isn't even into, because they're pretty closed off. So yeah, so it's just something that it's almost like they feel like they're missing an ingredient here, and that's like the power of the heart, to be honest. And what emotions can do for you. It's like you guys are on two different wavelengths, and so they're unable to really assess what's missing with their mind, right? Because it's like I'm thinking, like, following your intuition isn't being reckless, right? Like that's how they see you, is being reckless, acting without thinking. And so, like, there's this missing component from their assessment of you. And so this ties into some of the messages that I was saying at the beginning of, they underestimate how hard you work and how much you've struggled. They see this as like you just getting easy wins all the time. They don't see all the maintenance work that you have to do on your heart. And there's a lot of maintenance. Like I'm seeing it as I'm getting a car, but like one of those cars that like, um, you know, like when you're watching like car, like sports, like NASCAR or whatever. And I mean, I don't know much about it, but for some reason I've been given this example, is like, they go really, really fast, and like, they have to do, like, after doing certain rounds, it's like they have to do maintenance. Like those people on the side, they come in and then they fix this, they do that, and then they hop back in the car, and then they continue the race, right? And so they don't see how much mileage you're putting on your heart. Like, does this make sense? They don't see how much mileage you're putting on your heart, and all the maintenance work that's required, all the fixes, all the corrections, that it takes. And it's a lot of work. It is a lot of work, because even here I'm seeing the number 11, life path 11, the most intuitive of the life paths, right? They don't see, but there's so many blessings that come with it, right? And so, like, yeah, there's a lot of love around you. Like, you have the sun, you have soul family, you have opening heart, and then here they have rage. Oh my God. rage around the fact that they're not able to manifest, like, through hard work. They can work hard, but they're not disciplined. That's another thing. Discipline is also about, see, disciplining your heart. Also comes with disciplining your mind, right? You're also disciplining your mind as well. And so you also have the ability to think outside of the box with this express yourself creatively, start something new. They feel like anything that they start new, it doesn't yield them the results, and so they can't really figure this out, right? For them, I'm seeing like a jigsaw puzzle, or a word puzzle, or like those like crosswords, and it's like they're trying to figure it out. When you're doing a crossword, like in the newspaper back in the day, and then there's certain words that you're getting, but then you're like, man, so say there's words that go across, right? And then there's words that go up and down, and then you're getting some of the words that go across, like here and there. So you're getting clues with certain letters that are there. They're like, man, we're getting clues. But like, I still can't figure out the word. I still can't figure out what it says, right? And so it's frustrating for them. It's very frustrating. And if they just knew that it has to do with their heart, and it has to do with their emotions and their unavailability, and the ice around their heart. That's how I feel, is like there's a lot of ice around their heart. There's a lot of rage. There's a lot of anger. Maybe they've been hurt, but they haven't shed the skin. Like I'm seeing with this snake, right? So they try and be wise like a serpent and maneuver around, but you can't maneuver around that your heart's closed. You can't maneuver around that you haven't released things that you need to release. Like I'm getting with the sun. The sun is from I'm associating the sun with God, right? And so I'm saying that it's like God is saying to them, you have to release certain things. You have to shed your skin, and you have to let go of certain things. It's time. I'm getting that with the moon. I'm getting that with this, I forget what this thing's called. Hourglass. Yeah, it's time for you to shed the anger, the rage, the frustration, how you've been wronged, all of those things. And then you'll have access to the power of this sun, and how it helps you to grow what it is that you want to grow. And then that's when it's like their heart will be stronger, and they'll be able to manifest abundance. But you can't do it when you're angry, when you're envious, and when you haven't shed your skin. With this you're still wearing the same skin that you wore when you were in the conflict. It's time for them to move on. It's time for them to move past. It's time. And like even here you see Medusa, she's in it's almost like this desert. I see it as a desert. It's like a tropical, it looks kind of tropical, but to me it looks like a desert, right? And it's like there's no water. Maybe there's a lot of sun, but there's elements missing from it. There's a lot of conflict. There's a lot of things that prevent things from growing. Not everything can grow there, right? So yeah, so it's almost like they have to move to more fertile land, and a big part of that has to do with opening their heart as well. So that's also, and also another thing I just got before I finish this reading is that they're codependent as well. I feel like with the Six of Earth, it's reminding me of the Six of Pentacles from the Rider-Waite Tarot, and I'm just seeing the one person that's like kneeling on the ground, who is very codependent, and so there's some anger around needing other people, and just things like that. There's a feeling of codependency, and that comes from the fact that they feel disconnected. Again, from God, from the sun, that what the effort that they're putting in isn't being supported, right? And that has a lot to do with the work that they need to do on their hearts, and in order to manifest more abundance, right? And it's not going to come through thinking. So this is something that is like an area that they struggle with. And so when they look at you, and that has to do with positive thinking, as well, right? So like perhaps like for them, it's like, how is it I mean, how could they think positively when they're being blocked, right? And they're missing something. I'm sure you can come in and tell them, but when your heart's closed, right? So it is what it is. But anyways, that is why they envy you, and they really underestimate the work that you've done. Um, they see things as easy wins for you, and it's almost like that's just making them more and more angry, more and more angry. But anyhow, that is your reading. If it resonated, please leave me a comment. Please like, please subscribe, and I will see you guys soon. Take care, guys. Bye bye. Okay, group two, those of you who picked the Botswana Agate, this is your reading on why they hate, why they are jealous of you. So already I'm seeing that this is slightly a different reading than the first group that I did, where it was a combination of both how that person's feeling and then them seeing something that you have and sort of envying it. Whereas with this, I'm feeling like this has a lot to do with the other person. And like, I don't know, I feel like a sadness for them. I feel that, or maybe it's their own sadness that they're feeling. I'm drawn to this Gray's short, timid, misunderstood, and shy. So with this person, I'm feeling that they are, yeah, very timid. They're very afraid. And I see them as being disempowered, not feeling like they could implement this big vision for their life. Okay, here we have answering the call in reverse, spirituality in reverse, big picture thinking, Pleiades energy, visionary, inspired ideas in reverse. And then we have Spirit Keeper of the East, which is about new beginnings. And then we have some anxiety cards, the Nine of Swords, we have the Four of Swords in reverse, and then we have the Six of Swords again in reverse. So these people, or this person it's like, when I was laying out the cards, I heard shine bright like a diamond. And this person is very afraid to shine their light with you are living poetry in reverse. They don't believe they can manifest the number 22, master manifester, master builder, loving all that is in reverse. They don't believe that they can manifest this big vision, this big picture that keeps coming to them. And the fact that loving all that is in reverse, it's like they hate this part of themselves that keeps receiving this call to do something big, to do something very expansive, something that their spirit is calling them to do, something that spirit is calling them to do. And this is something huge. This is something big. This is something visionary. And this is something that's inspired. But they are timid. They are shy. They are anxious. They are restless. They are experiencing all of these negative emotions that stem from their thinking and their mind. They don't feel like they can move out of this. They don't feel like they can move forward. These are very deeply emotional people. Here we have the poet in reverse, and then we have poetry. We're living poetry. So there's something about them I'm feeling that is very, like, I'm getting like the Page of Cups kind of vibe. They're very sensitive. They're very, like, they're like artists. They're poets. Like, they're shy. They're quiet. They're introverted. And I'm just feeling like I'm getting a people-pleasing sort of energy, but not in the sense that, like, they don't like to rock the boat. They don't want to shine bright. They don't want the attention. They don't seem like the type of people who want attention from others. They just want to be on their own, not making much noise, not causing a stir. Like, they shy away from conflict, anything that rocks the boat. And that's what when I get. And when I say people pleasing, I'm not saying that they're necessarily trying to please anyone in particular. They just want to fly under the radar, They want to go unnoticed. They just want to live their life, be at peace, sort of thing. And I'm getting that they've lived their life, or they want to live their life in and it's like, I don't want to say subservience. That's not the word. It's like they're not trying to serve others. I hope you guys understand what I'm saying. It's more like they won't feel protected. It's like a defense mechanism in a way, like that they want to fly beneath the radar, that they want to live their life in such a way that does not cause any conflict, does not cause any undue stress. It's like, because they're deeply sensitive and emotional, like maybe, like I'm getting that they're like poets or they're writers or there's something with the spoken word, just very creative, something very artistic. And so this person maybe sees you, this person's just struggling with this. Like, I don't even see a reference to you and why they're jealous of you. I think the jealousy aspect is only this card is because they see you as being successful, see you as being moving forward. They see you as being balanced, right? It's like you have this, you're able to deal with the negative aspects of, and okay, when I say the negative aspects is like you're still able to move forward, right? Even if you're worried, even if you're feeling anxious, even if you don't let that stop you. I'm seeing a balance of masculine and feminine energy, and with this person, I'm seeing a lot more of a feminine energy, whether they are, and when I say feminine, it's like they see you as being someone who is able to move forward and move past these things. It's like you're just a stronger, they just see you as strong. Someone that's well balanced, someone who's successful, someone who is able to manifest and push forward and is able to create the vision that they've been given, because for them with the Six of Swords is like, even though they're experiencing all this turmoil and this restlessness and this anxiety, this fear, they're stuck in it with the Six of Swords in reverse. They're not able to start new with the Spirit Keeper of the East, this new beginning. They're not able to start it because it's like it's going to require them to implement these new routines, these new ideas, these new ways, new. And it's almost like they're in a comfort zone of some sort. And then it's like taking that initiative to do something new, to change. Like, this is going to require a lot of change. Like, they don't feel like they can do it. They don't want to stand out at all, right? Because I'm getting this red hair and this fire, this Leo energy. They don't want to stand out. And it's like scaring the shit out of them. And with loving all that is in reverse, it's like they hate this part of themselves that is calling them to this being in the spotlight, or it's like they don't want to be there. But it's like part of their evolution and their journey, and they're being called, and it's like, how can they ignore this call? It's like Spirit is kind of giving them this thing where it's like, hey, if you ignore it, you're not going to feel good either. It's like you have to answer the call of your spirit, and you have to implement this because you are meant to. And so there's this confidence in you, this ability to stand out. It's like to be the center. It's like they admire that about you. They admire it about you. I'm not really feeling a jealousy here. Like, I feel more compassion for this person. Because I think they're being misunderstood. They admire this about you. They wish that they could embrace this part of themselves, but they don't feel that they're equipped to do it. Like they're really going to have to change a lot of their thinking and a lot of their ways in order to manifest what they're being called to. And I think they look at you with admiration, with how you're able to be so confident, how you're able to stand out, how you're able to be unique and not give a fuck, you know, what other people think. And if they got a problem with it, they got a problem with it. You're still going to move forward. Like these are strong cards. This is how they see you. They see you as the sun in the chariot, you know? And with this wand, it's like, and this manifest, I keep seeing this 22 in this wand. It's like you're manifesting, you're building, you're moving forward. And with this 7 here, it's tied to this. It's like with spiritual things. And like for them, the 7 is in reverse, but they see you moving forward as a 7. Like, do you guys get what I'm saying? So they admire you. They really, really admire you, and they wish that they could do it too. But you know, they're just very timid, and you know, they're just very timid. And I don't know what else that they may be doing, or how else this may be coming across, their anxiety or whatever else. But like beneath the surface, like this is kind of what it is, right? So that's, you know, that's why they're jealous of you. I mean, I guess it still is a jealousy and an envy, right? But I don't know. For some reason, my heart goes out to this person as opposed to the person in the other pile. You know, I don't know why. It's just, I don't know why. But anyhow, that is your reading, group 2. I hope it was helpful for you. If it resonated, please share with me down below in the comments section how it did resonate, and your perception of this person as well. Like, I wonder if you are feeling a strong hatred, or if this is somebody that you just sense like is more of an admiration of you, and a frustration with themselves of like, why can't they be more like that sort of feeling, as opposed to like a really strong, ugly kind of envy, you know? Like I would love to hear your thoughts on that. But anyway, like this video if you liked it, subscribe if you'd like to see more. I love you guys. Take care. Bye-bye. Group 3, those of you who chose this zebra Jasper, this is your reading. Okay, so I'm going to say something. So when I first started out, you know, getting the idea for this reading, I definitely was picking up on a very strong energy, which is what, you know, the intro was about. But the more that I'm doing these readings and getting to the energy that's going on beneath the surface, it's like, it's just really surprising me in a way, because I just feel a lot of misunderstandings, and, you know, people are very difficult and complex sometimes. So with your reading, I'm getting an encouragement from Spirit for you, and letting you know that you can correct this issue with this person who is envious, right? And it's interesting because we have the envy card right here. So the thing with this person is they are in competition with you, okay? Here we have Welcome the Divine Masculine in reverse. Which, you know, with the masculine, it's very much about competition, being the boss, having a hierarchy, things like that. Whereas, you know, what Spirit is coming in to say, and it's almost like hijacking this reading in a way, is that you're supposed to be working in collaboration with this person. And I think that you can help to change their perspective. Here we have the reunion, soul recognition, collaboration, partnerships, friendship. We have sacred contracts, Isis. We have the Hangman, and then we have the 4 of Swords, and then happy ending as well, which is a very positive outcome, right? So, okay, let me explain what I'm seeing here is, so you and this person, I think this person has a certain perspective that, like I said, it has to do with being in competition with each other. You know, it's sort of I don't want to say an older way of thinking. It's sort of a more scarcity mindset, a more masculine approach. Because with Isis, and, you know, I'm getting very feminine Very feminine cards over here, which is about collaboration, mutual support, having a joint, I'm getting a joint venture of some sort, and this need to work together, and then seeing each other as partners, and meaning to activate each other, to support each other, to grow each other, and mutually helping each other, so then that way you guys can get further ahead, right? As opposed to, this sort of every man for himself mentality. So this is really about changing the way your perspective, their perspective. Here with the Hanged Man, this has to do with seeing things in a completely different light, right? So with sacred contracts, it's like this person is meant to be in your life. This person is meant to work with you, to collaborate with you, to create something with you. And I think, some of this has to do with their emotional maturity, this envy, right? Seeing themselves as separate from, as opposed to, it's like when I say an emotional maturity, I'm almost talking about like a spiritual, because I'm getting this very spiritual aspect with this Hangman. It's like you guys are on a joint mission. Like I just keep hearing a joint mission. You guys are supposed to work together. And so with Release the Petals, transformation, death and rebirth, shedding, all change. This is also a transformation that's supposed to take within them with how they perceive other people. Like we're all here, it's like a sacred contract. This person is meant to come into your life. You're meant to be in their life. They just need to like recover. And that's what I'm getting with this Four of Swords. It's like a recovery from this mindset of leaving behind the masculine and stepping into the feminine. With this Ace of Wands in reverse as well, is like, it isn't like this fiery sort of approach. See how this Knight of Swords is like going forward for what he wants. It's like with this Ace of Wands beside it, it's like Spirit's saying no. It's for them to have a different perspective on this. And it's like, how can you make an ally out of them? How can you work together? How can you create this positive ending? And it's like Spirit wants to come in with this this purple and this crown. I'm seeing this as the crown to inspire you and to inspire them to bring it together, So here is like 9, 3, which is 12, which is a 3, right? Ultimately. So it's like, how can you guys co-create? I'm getting like, I heard co-create, but it's like not just co-create with you in spirit, but co-create with them, with you, and then with spirit is like, again, this trinity, you, them, and spirit. It's supposed to be a collaborative effort. And, and this is saying it's up to you. It is up to you to do this. And sometimes we have to show people, I'm getting like that. Sometimes we have to show people that we're harmless, that we're not in competition with them, that we can help them out. I'm getting this feeling of at work, and I don't know if this is for you at work or if this is just an example of where I've experienced this a lot is at work, where other people want to compete with you as opposed to seeing you on their same team, and then it's like, if I shine, you shine. We all shine together. What song is that? I make you look good and you make me look good. And then we elevate together. I see this is like networking. I'm getting networking. Working together, working synergistically. I'm really getting a good happy ending with this within the next few weeks or a month. And I think that you have the ability to turn this thing on its head, to change the perspective of this person. Because right now this person is viewing you as competition, and is viewing you and is envious, is like, oh, well, she has, as opposed to being like, oh, she has these great qualities or he has these great qualities, how can I utilize that? so that we can create something together and or implement this or collaborate. They're looking at it as, well, she has this and I don't, kind of thing, you know? So this is really about joining forces. This is really about, I just see a more tuned in, tapped in way, where it's like this is going to come in through meditation, this happy ending. Again, like the answers are going to come in. And it's also if you look at things in a different perspective as well. And so there's a lot of hope for this situation with this person. There's a lot of hope. And I think like the way they came in, they came in hot, they came in heavy, they came in strong with this envy, this wanted to take charge, wanting to, get what it is that they want. And I think that this is something that is up to you to turn on its head, right? To achieve this happy ending. And it's like Spirit really wants this to be the case. And for both of you and this person or these people to start to really transform the way that you view people and partnerships, and it's move from a competitive to a more collaborative approach. And this is something that's more destined, with sacred contracts and soul recognition, collaboration, partnership, friendship. This is something that's meant to be collaborative, and so it's really up to you, group 3. You can definitely do this. It's just on you. It's on you to take the initiative to tackle this issue and to, I want to say, reunite with this person, right? It's like a reunion because, like, you see here how they're facing each other. It's almost like this was planned and this was destined, and it's like good things are going to come from this union, right? So Spirit is saying, make this happen, make it happen. Knight of Swords and this reunion, make it happen, okay? Okay, group 3, make it happen. It's going to be good. It's going to be good. So all the best of luck to you. I hope this reading was helpful. Please let me know if it resonates, if it makes sense to you to do this, or, if you do take this approach, let me know how it goes. I'd love to hear it. Give me a like if you like this video. Subscribe so you can see more videos like this. Take care, guys. I love you. Bye-bye. Group 4, for those of you who selected this cat's eye, these are your messages. Welcome to your reading on why they hate, why are they jealous of you. So you have accomplished a lot, group 4, in terms of recovery, recovering from traumatic situations, things that have affected you. With Lilith here, face your shadow. It's like are in touch. It's okay. So this is what I'm getting. With Lilith, face your shadow. I almost can't even speak. I think this is how these people feel when it comes to their own truth. Let me start with that. Speak your truth in reverse. Have strength, faith, and conviction in your voice. It has never been more needed. And then we have the Ace of Swords in reverse. Like, these people cannot speak their truth. These people, or this person is like, this is what they're envious about you, is that you're able to speak your truth, your inner knowing, the things that they could never say because they feel like it's wrong to say. They shouldn't speak like that. It's like they guilt and they shame themselves, and perhaps that's come from, outside influences or the way that they've been raised or things like that, right? There's things that they will never admit, that they will never say, and it's like, for you, you're willing, or you've been willing to do that, to be honest, brutally honest. And I'm hearing this as like, to take inventory of yourself, and here with Lilith, you could see her chakras, and this alignment and this complete free flow. And I'm getting this with the movement card as well, is like they're jealous of your recovery, how you've been able to move past traumas and past hurts and to be able to flourish. And that's because there is a free flow of energy. Like there's no blockages throughout your chakras, because your throat, you're able to speak your truth. You're able to, and I'm getting the third eye as well, is like you're so connected, and it's like I just see you as having such a good aura about you, having been able to recover, having been able to transform, and it's been an extraordinary transformation. And it's like you're this beautiful peacock now that's able to really show its feathers and show, be your true self. And I'm also getting with this peacock as well, is that you honor yourself, all aspects of yourself, including your shadow, including like you're not afraid of your shadow. You know that your shadow's there, and you know that it's meant to protect you. You don't live in the delusion. And that's what I'm getting with the Seven of Cups. You don't pretend. If something is bothering you, you'll say, this is bothering me. This is how I feel. You're willing to admit to yourself. Like I'm getting, you're honest with yourself. You're truthful with yourself, with how you feel. If you feel jealous, you'll admit like, hey, I feel jealous. I feel like, and then you're able to work on it and you're able to change it. And it's like these people, or this person is like, they're unable, like, okay, see with this like Four of Cups, I feel what this person is like, they're not able to see past certain things. They're not able to see past certain things. It's like, and it makes it difficult for them to recover. This is reminding me of a person in my life, actually. And, it's sort of almost painful to watch them, because it's like, that they're afraid, but they will never admit it. They'll say no, they'll deny it. And it's like, makes you wonder, I'm like, does this person deny it to themselves as well? Or is this just for me that, like, even though we all know it and it's completely human, it's completely normal to feel certain things and to feel the whole spectrum of emotions. But it's like, I don't know, it's like some of us have been conditioned more strongly than others to be dishonest, to feel like we have to put up a front, to put up a facade. But it's like, how can you recover? How can you heal from your past if you're not even willing to face it or to look at it? And with you, it's like you're willing to, or you've been willing to look at it, to shed a light on it, to deal with the uglier parts of yourself, or what some would say are the uglier parts of yourself. The things that are out of balance, the things that need healing. I just heard Chiron. The things that need healing, the ways in which you've been wounded, and how that's made you become the person that you are, or how that's built up your shadow in a way. And it's like you're able to shine a light on your shadow, and it just brings you more in alignment. It's like completely in alignment. And that's how you've been able to recover. That's how you've been able to transform. That's how you've been able to release, to recreate, regenerate yourself, and to move forward, because you speak your inner truth and you look at things in a very deep way, and you're not afraid to do it. And you're not ashamed of it. And it's like, I feel like you've been rewarded abundantly for that, and even with sensuality here. And I think, this is another reason why this person is jealous, is because you're so in alignment. It's like you're able to experience, it's like you're just so connected to your senses, your touch, taste, smell, all that stuff. It's like you can sense, like, it's like, okay, this is what I'm trying to say with this, is like, you don't let your mind get in the way. Like, if you feel a certain sensation, you're not going to be like, oh, well, no, I'm not supposed to feel like that. I'm not supposed to think like that. It's like, no, you feel what you feel. You sense what you sense, and you embrace your shadow as much as you embrace your light, and it's like, as much as Lilith gets a bad rep, I feel like obviously this person is, we're talking about why they're jealous and envious and why they hate. There's like a strength that comes from this. And while some people can judge you and say, well, you're not supposed to say that, or like they want to almost shame you. And like I see them, like they want to push you back into the darkness. They want to push you back into the cave. And it's like, no, it's like, no, 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 no. Like, this is how you heal. This is how you've recovered. This is what's made you amazing and extraordinary, unique, and honorable. These people have a hard time speaking their own truth. Here we have a black cat. It's also the black again. And then shining a light on the darkness. Have faith, have strength, faith, and conviction in your voice. It has never been more needed. Yeah. So I mean, there's a lot. It's not just the fact that you face your shadow and that you speak your truth and you say things that other people would never dare to admit, would never dare to say. It's also had a profound impact on you in moving forward, transforming you, helping you recover from your past traumas. I was about to say your past life, that too, perhaps, right? It's allowed you to stand more powerful in your femininity, in your wisdom, and it's just made you more passionate. And maybe there's a sense of sexuality that comes in with this. I don't know, for some reason I'm picking up on a sexuality as well. And so yeah, so I mean, it's extraordinary. It's extraordinary, and people admire that, And I can see the people who are jealous are the ones that are afraid to do that, It's like they're afraid to recover. I'm almost seeing it as like you have to walk through the fire sometimes, right? And that's what you've done. So kudos to you. All the best to you guys. If you like this video, please give it a like. If it resonates, I'd love to hear your comments and down below. Subscribe if you'd like to see more videos like this. Take care, guys. Bye.